Here we go, the other side of everything else. Starting out with a band I just saw at Louisville Palace called the Goo Goo Dolls. That's right, we're jumping around a little bit. I know I'm usually classic rock, but got a new album out. Hey, Awesome Bloom. They did this song live and I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I like the lyrics. Still holding his voice up. Of course, they got great ballads. I mean, lyrics. That's one thing I noticed while I was watching them. I mean, his voice held up, the musicianship held up. Still writing great lyrics. That's what I really like. I love lyrics. I'm a lyricist myself. So I really recommend checking out the new album. Go back, revisit the old stuff, man. One thing I didn't know, the bass player does some singing. I didn't know that before. I kind of saw him once before. It was a bad spot. Didn't stay for the whole show. It's outdoors. But anyway, let's start now with the little Goo Goo Dolls. We're back here on the other side of everything else. I know a lot of you didn't get to see the last episode because you watch it on YouTube, and YouTube they took it down. Said I violated some copyright laws and stuff. But even though I did it the exact same way I've done every show, just like I'm doing this show. But that's what YouTube does. They pick and choose. They just take what they want down when they want down. This one may get down just because I said that. Who knows? I don't know what their reasonings are. But that's why I talk over the videos a little bit, because I thought that was because that's what I watch other people do. So I figured that's how you get around it. I'm just trying to promote the bands, just trying to promote them, let people know there's new material out there, and you just gotta check it all out. That's all I'm saying. Just gotta check it out. But I do go through Anchor, so don't worry about YouTube if you can't see it. If you really want to watch it, because you can go through Anchor. They put it on Spotify and several other outlets, smaller outlets, and I just got an email from them saying they're putting it on Apple. So it's going to be on Spotify, Apple, other places. And I need to look into Rumble. No, I'll still get on there, and I'll still put it on YouTube. And they take it down, fuck them, who cares? But speaking of promoting, I'd like to just, around my area now, nobody's asked me to do this. I'm just doing it on my own. I know Jackal, they're going to be at Mercury Ballroom tomorrow night in Louisville, Kentucky. And I recommend Jackal. Such a fun live band. Jesse James Dupree. Yes, he's still out there doing it, and he's still a madman. I mean, he's like the Ted Nugent without the guitar. He's just talks a mile a minute, and he tells the story, and he makes you listen to it. He makes you want to listen to it. He makes you want to like it. And like it you will. So I recommend them. Still Woods. You remember I did a show on Rejected Reality, and we promoted the Jefferson, a new venue there in Jeffersonville, Indiana. And the Still Woods, I've not had a chance to see. They're at Jefferson, I believe, Friday, November 18th. I don't know. I just, so much going on right now, I just don't know if I can make it. And I got a lot of medical issues with my legs and my back and stuff, and it's a standing venue, so I got to just see, do I want to stand, and do I want to endure it, because I can do it. I just got to pay for it later. So is it worth the price? When it comes to music, it usually is. And a couple of friends of mine, they got some shows coming up. I seen where the Hickbillies. It's got my friend Ray in it, Kevin's in it. They're going to be at the Moose in Scottsburg, Indiana, November 23rd. That's the day before Thanksgiving, the pre-Thanksgiving show, and their forte, if you will, is a classic country. I mean, it's the country that I grew up on, the outlaw country. That's what I like to call it, the outlaw country. I mean, Lanny Hatt sings for him, and he's like Merle Haggard made over. I mean, and they got some originals, some good originals. I've not seen them in a little while, but they've never failed to perform, and perform they will. And then I got a invite from my friend Jeff. He's going to be over in Madison, Indiana, with his band Hotwired. And that's also November 23rd, a pre-Thanksgiving show. And I've seen Hotwired, and I know Jeff. He's a keyboardist slash bass player. I don't know if he's been a keyboardist here lately, so I don't know if he's still playing bass with anybody or not. But he plays everything. I mean, he's one of those multi musicians. He goes both ways. Anyway, Hotwired. That's at the Central Hotel over there in Madison, Indiana, and I just don't know if I can make it over to Madison. My son's birthday's on the 20th, and I think that's the day that he's going to be free, and we're going to be able to take him out to get something to eat. Kind of up to him. I mean, if he wants to go all over to Madison, who knows? Maybe. But break a leg, everybody. I wish them all good shows. And let's get back into this show. Now, this is a little different. I'm usually doing new music, but this is a reissue. This is a band called Better Than Ezra. I was looking to see what else was coming out. Now, this originally came out in 2001, and I was in love with it. This is one of my favorite albums. Still love it. I got a little bit of hope, like a soap on the rope. Sweeter than sour, getting thinner by the hour, falling fast, and I'm running out of Great lyrics. Great lyrics. Like I said, I'm a lyricist. Still, I couldn't get arrested, though I got more hooks than Madonna got looks, just like that AC/DC song. Come on, baby, shake all night long. Oh, yeah. I love that line, stay up early in the morning. Better Than Ezra. Anyway, I think this is a reissue. I don't know if they've remastered it. But it sounds great. I love it. They're extraordinary. But they are still touring, though. Said this just came out. They sound good live. This is from, I believe, July. I got to see them back in the day. 2001 probably. And, always one of my favorite go-to albums. Album's called Closer. Great slide right there. Oh yeah, so there's a couple of bands. Well, that's 2001 when that came out. Of course, the Goo Goo Dolls, which I found out they started like in the 80s. But then they got big in the mid 90s there. Of course, their big song was Iris from the movie City of Angels with the old Nicolas Cage, you know, the one where picture Nicolas Cage nowadays when his agent calls him and says, "Hey, I got a role for you. I'll take it." He's in everything. He's in everything. Talk about doing your 6 degrees or whatever. I heard a great 6 degrees from Nikki Sixx on Sirius XM. I liked it. And the guy can do it. I mean, you give him a name, he'll do 6 people within Nikki Sixx. But anyway, like I said, it's mostly music, but let's talk political just for a second. Just for a second. It won't take long. I mean, because the election's over with. People voted. It's what the democracy is, you know. People talking about the red wave. It didn't really happen a wave, but I mean, still a good turnout. My personal belief is Democrats, and I don't care Democrat, Republican, I just want who's best for the job. I didn't want Donald Trump at the time. I didn't really care for him, but then he got in there. Second time I did, because I think 4 more years, man, he'd had this country just a rocking. I mean, we were making money. Biden took over and in no time destroyed it. But that's what the Democrats, they're better at campaigning than the Republicans. There's no doubt about that. Republicans are definitely better at governing than, that word, governing. Anyway, they're better than the Democrats at governing the state. Governing the state. Get lost in now. I need to know if it's a word. Anyway. But it's over, and hopefully we all can just get along. Hopefully, maybe if anything, Biden's administration has learned, hey, we got to work with these guys if we want to get anything done because they've got nothing done and they've destroyed so much. He's doubling down on the whole climate thing, and a lot of that's just distraction from all of his failures, and that's what they are. They're failures. But anyway, I know a lot of you saying it's supposed to be a music show. Well, quit talking politics or whatever. I got to throw it in there because this is the other side of everything else. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you want to do. Tell me what you want to hear, and we'll get to it. But I've got one more band I'm going to throw in there. This is my buddy Joey. That's not his band, but he hung out with him on the Monsters of Rock cruise because he stayed by the pool the whole time. And I guess these Swedes, they stayed by the pool because the Swedes, yeah, they're not used to sunshine. So they took advantage of it. So that's where Joey hung out, and that's where he stayed with this band a lot of times. And this band, they are a high energy rock and roll band. They're now hardcore superstar. Joey hadn't already figured that out. But anyway, hardcore superstar. They are high energy rock and roll, and they've been going around since like 2001. So they actually go in with this little group that I got going on now. We just have never heard of them over here hardly. They do got one song that was kind of a hit, or it's their catchy song. They're kind of their catchphrase, their slogan, and it's called "You Can't Kill My Rock and Roll." And I really recommend to go check that out because you can't kill my rock and roll. There's no doubt about it. People's going to try again, and it cannot happen. But anyway, Hardcore Superstar's got a new album I called Abracadabra, spelled with a K. That's right, A-B-R-A-K-A-D-A-B-R-A, Abracadabra. Hardcore Superstar. You want to get a little bit heavier than the other two bands I just played. I got the build up on this song here. I thought about introducing the episode with this song, but just that's all Goo Goo Dolls, so it's fresh on to them. Anyway, it's a decent video too. It's got everything you want in a rock video, you know, burning candles, snakes through a skull head, Ouija boards. Again, good lyrics. You also got to have the melody. You got to get that melody. Part of my problem when I write songs is getting the melody and the lyrics to go together. I got it in my head. When I get on the guitar and I try to do it, it's been a little tougher. Oh, and then they got another great song here, Forever and a Day. Really like this song. The whole album's good. Really recommend you check it out. Go check their other stuff out. Monsters of Rock Cruise is where I got to see them at. Hopefully they'll come to Monsters of the Mountain. Maybe get to see them there. Maybe they can get a tour. Good break right there. A little use of the voice box. Which I guess they're got a pretty good name over there in Sweden, throughout Europe and stuff. I follow them, and they're always on tour. Seems like band. It's kind of like the '70s. You know, they're always on tour, but they're always putting an album out. I don't know if anybody remembers the '70s. Went back and checked the '70s out. These bands put 2 albums a year out. And then throw a live album out there just so they can get a couple of months break. You know what I mean? But anyway, there you go. Goo Goo Dolls, Chaos and Bloom. You got Better Than Ezra. It's a reissue of Closer. And then Hardcore Superstar, Abracadabra. We'll jump back into some more stuff next week. I know Thanksgiving's coming up. Like I said, you got Jackal tomorrow night, Mercury Ballroom, Louisville, Kentucky. If you guys want to check him out, November 16th. November 18th, I'd be this coming Friday. Still Woods are at the Jefferson. If you want to check the Still Woods out, I've heard nothing but good stuff about them. Like them a lot. I got Hickbillies at the Moose in Scottsburg, Indiana, November 23rd, a pre-Thanksgiving show. It's been a while since I've been back to the Moose, so I've read that, hey, they're thrilled to be back and they're ready to put on a great show for you guys. Hot Wires over there in Madison, Indiana at the Central Hotel for what they call the show of the year. So I may have to get over there. I just don't know what's going on. It's hard for me to commit right now. One commitment I do got is I got tickets for Jeff Tate coming up December 2nd over in Ohio. I wasn't planning on doing any more shows. Actually, I did Goo Goo Dolls. I did it for my wife, but I enjoyed it just as much. But yeah, Jeff Tate. My wife made a comment. I made a comment on there, and then buddy Steve got on there and he said, "Hey, I know the drummer. Maybe I can get us some, some meet and greets, backstage pass, whatever, and you wanna go?" So we're like, "Yeah, we'll go." I mean, I'm just happy to just meet up with Steve and hanging out for a little while, old Hinch, what we call him, old Hinch. Anyway, I hope we'll see you. I know I'll see you soon, Steve, and I hope to see the rest of you. Just remember, this is the other side of everything else, and you got to keep searching for what you're looking for, and if you can't find it, just remember, look on the other side, because it could be where everything else is. See you on the other side.